Hello, it is Monday and it is a new weekly reading vlog. Today, according to the radio station, my fringe really is squint, isn't it? Or my hair's grown back squint, or I'm just setting it wrong. Anyway, I was informed this morning by the radio that it is Blue Monday today, and it's really trying its hardest to be the worst. So I went in to pick up my prescription today, so I ended up having my last dose of painkillers this morning before I woke up, or not before I got up, and I was like, it's fine, I'll pick it up this afternoon, because they texted me about it at midday on Monday, on Saturday, and they close at 1, I'm never going to be able to get myself down on time, and I always struggle to get down on Saturdays because they close so early, and it's hard to, I can't rush, I can't just get up and go, it doesn't work anyway. So I was like, going down today. I didn't realise it was my last dose until last night when I was like, oh crap, I only have 2 doses left. But I was like, fine, I've ordered it, I'll be fine. And my arm's killing me. So went down to the pharmacy, and the pharmacist has had to go home sick. Legally, in this country, they cannot give you anything if the pharmacist is not in the building. And that means prescriptions that are already made up, prescriptions you hand in, and even the majority of the over-the-counter medication. So I couldn't even get Voltarol because I'm also almost out of that as well. And I was like, right, okay, if I can get Voltarol, then maybe I can deal with the painkiller issue. No, can't get Voltarol either. So I tried not to panic, tried not to have a panic attack in the pharmacy. Came home, had a small panic attack. Phoned the doctors because that was their suggestion, to see if I can get a script for just enough to tide me over till tomorrow, till they can get a pharmacist. And then get it from another pharmacy. Cool. Now, we all know doctors at the best of times are not the easiest places to get things done and get things done quickly. So I was like, this isn't going to happen. But I phoned the receptionist, immediately went into oh shit mode. She was I could tell by the sound of her voice that she was immediately this is not good. And she was like, can I go and ask somebody and phone you back? And I was like, yeah, no, because she can't do anything. She can't prescribe anything. So they've ended up just being we'll reprint the prescription. You can pick it up and go to another pharmacy. And I was like, okay. Even though they've already made it up. She's like, yeah, it's made up. It's as long as you've not collected it, we can still do that. And I was like, right, cool. And then they phoned me back 2 minutes later and be like, actually, we've spoken to the pharmacy. They've still got the prescription. So go down, grab it from them. That way you don't need to wait on it getting signed. And just go to another pharmacy. And I was like, right, okay, that's fine. So I've just finished my lunch. I'm having a cup of tea. And then me and Kate are going to go down and go to Boots and get my prescription and some Voltarol. And I'm going to get some nail strengthening stuff for my nails because my nails are in really shoddy shape. Normally my nails grow until they're ridiculously lengthed because I don't like cutting my nails because it gives me the heebies. And then they break. Whereas now they're not even that long and they're breaking constantly. So I need to do something about it. There's probably something going on. But I take vitamins every morning. I'm getting off track. There's probably something going on. It's fine. We'll see how it goes. I did come home to book mail. Let's see if I can do this without throwing my tea everywhere. So finally it arrived. Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. This is the first one, the Vancouver Storm series. So this is the first one, and the second one is the Fake Out, which is what I got the other day. Beautiful. They're indie published, so they're really, it's such a weird thick paperback that feels almost, it's that matte kind of if you've got the indie published version of the Bargainer series, it's that feeling. I don't own any other indies that have this feeling, I don't think. But yeah, I'm really, really happy that I've now got this. Do I want to reread them? Kind of. Might do that to make myself feel better. But yeah, I'm going to go finish my tea and then get painkillers and
Alderol.
That counts as painkiller. I was going to say, and trying not to die, but I felt like that was a bit dramatic. It's fine. Hamish is in trouble because he was jumping off the couch. I'll show you. So this is his current situation. That bed is normally on the floor, but Kay's had to put it up against the thing so that he'll go down the ramp instead of just jumping off the couch. So he is in trouble, aren't you, sir? Aren't you? Hamish. You tell the people. Tell the people what you've done. I said this last week as well. He says, I have been framed and I don't appreciate that. Hello, it is Tuesday. I did not vlog at all last night, or all of today. It's like 7 o'clock and I've not vlogged at all today because I've been having a flare-up from hell this week. I don't know if I seemed as ill as I was yesterday, but I feel like absolute hell. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I've just watched one of Jessica Killen-Fozard's videos, and she was saying about how performative we have to be as disabled people in a like nutshell, and that when we are disabled on any sort of public platform or even just in public, we have to be disabled but thriving, disabled but overcoming, disabled but, you know, not visibly or like noticeably disabled because, you know, yada yada yada. It's an excellent video. Ed and Andy, remember to link it down below. It was the Freak Shows one. So yeah, I am coming here to tell you that I'm having a really crappy time. So my nephew, it was just really excited to give me a hug yesterday when I saw Sunday. And the rib that I had just managed to get back in, he jumped on me and kneed my rib and popped it back out. So, I've had my rib binder on all day today to keep the rib in place properly, and I was in so much pain at work, even though I had my painkillers, that I was sitting at my computer trying not to cry. And this wasn't until like, I was like, my boss went on lunch and for some reason the pain just hit me. And I just started feeling really, really bad. Like, I think my painkillers were wearing off. So it was like, just one of those times where it was like, oh no, like the pain is just that bad. I feel sick. I feel horrendous. I look, as far as I can tell, I can look okay. I went in the shower because I felt like an absolute, like, dumpster. Because I have been... Do you know what? No, I'm not going to do the I'm ashamed and I'm not going to look at you thing. Because that's how I'm feeling. But I haven't managed to have a shower since Saturday. It's now Tuesday. I was planning on having a shower yesterday because I usually have a shower like every 2 days. Because otherwise, like, my hair does not do well. And neither does my skin. Like, I've been washing my hands so much that my skin, you can't see it, but the skin on my knuckles is really flaky and scaly and horrible, and the other hand started to split, so my skin can't really do so much, like, anyway, so every other day, every second day, so Saturday I had my shower, so then Sunday, Monday would be the shower day, and I instead just loaded up on dry shampoo because I was so just greasy looking. I've gone much longer without showers before because of being disabled. But, oh my god, my arm's killing me. I've gone much longer before without having showers because of being disabled, but that's when I wasn't working and didn't have to be anywhere. But the shame of people seeing me unwashed sort of overrides the not being able to shower thing. Luckily, because I've got the walk-in shower and because I've got the shower seat, I don't even know how long I was in the shower. It must have been ages, but I just sat there. And when I had a little burst of, like, energy, I was able to, like, I've gotten really efficient at washing myself. And I've got these, like, gloves that go on my hand that are, like, exfoliating gloves. So, like, I'll load them up in soap and then just, like, I can just sit and, like, scrub myself with my hands. So I don't need to hold anything or, like, angle anything. I don't need to, like, faff about. It's just my hands. And then, like, when I wash my hair, like, I can, like, soap up my hair and then sit and just let it like sit there, and I'll just like tip my head into the water. Same with like the conditioner, and yeah, it just, I feel better in myself knowing that I've showered. But yeah, there's been times where I've really struggled to shower for a while. Like, I think the worst one was probably when I had my gallbladder out. I wasn't allowed to get my stitches wet, but I was so immobile from the healing that I couldn't safely get in the shower, because that's when we still had the bath. So I literally I just couldn't do it. There was no safe way of getting me in the shower. And obviously, like, I was in a lot of pain and stuff like that as well, so like, it wasn't happening. But yeah, no, it just made me want to, watching Jessica's video made me want to be honest about the feeling, like how I'm feeling. Because with a lot of disabled people, you do only see us when we're having, like, Christina Applegate was at whatever award show was just on, I can't remember which one it was, but she made a point of being like, people giving her like a standing ovation for just showing up because she's disabled was actually worse than if they just stayed sitting and just treated her like everybody else. And yeah, like, we only get really seen when we're having good days. Like, I even only pick up the camera when I'm having the better end of my days. And so I want to try and be more honest about when I'm having bad days, and bad times, because it can be horrible. I have done vlogs before where I've like had times where I'm having a horrible time. Sorry about that whistle. But like, my pain has been getting worse lately, but I've not been vlogging as much. Like, a lot of my vlogs have been a lot shorter. And then like sometimes I get little bursts of energy where I'll like film for 10-15 minutes, and that's the bulk of the vlog. But yeah, like, disabled people don't have to try and overcome something for them to be worthy of being seen. And this is my channel, my vlog, so you will see me how I am and what I'm willing to show you, because like, I'm not, just, like, boundaries and stuff. But yeah, I feel like crap right now. I'm away to take some painkillers and my regular medication that I'm supposed to take at dinner time that I forgot to take with my dinner. It's fine, I'm fine. So yeah, and then I'm going to backyard with Tori and Siobhan for a while and see if I can get any more bed. I really want to sleep. I don't think there's something up with my sleep lately, because although I feel like I'm sleeping a lot, or I'm unaware of a large chunk of the night that I'm assuming that I'm asleep for, I feel like hell. I'm so tired. I feel weepy. This arm really, really hurts. Like, I've got really bad nerve tingling at the site where my implant came out, but it might be like the area healing and that's why I'm feeling it, but it's like, it's really close to the elbow, so it could be referred pain from the elbow, because my other elbow really hurts as well. And it's like a really sharp, almost metallic pain. I always say it feels metallic, like that sound when you hit something metallic or scrape something metallic. That's what it feels like, and it's that cold, sharp feeling. I've got a headache from the cold, because it's like -5 outside. It was -2 when I left for work. And yeah, I don't remember where I started this. I don't know what the point was to come back around to it, but watching Jessica made me want to vlog, and it makes me even more excited to do my EDS series. I was like doing a little bit of researching today, reading some papers on EDS and like scientific papers, and getting really excited to do the research and do the videos. I just now need the spoons, so send spoons. Give me some spoons. You can spare them. Come on. Not you, Vicky. You keep your spoons. Yeah, I have gone off on a tangent. Forgot what I was trying to say. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go in the backyard. I am probably gonna read The Bone Cave. Yes, I did just smack myself in the face with it. I did also start dumpling, and so far so good. So I am on chapter 3, page 16, and so far I actually really like the writing style. I really like the voice of the main character, and I wanted to unhaul this. My plan was to read the first chapter, be like, you know what, it's YA, it's not for me, and unhaul this and put in, and get 2 books off my TBR, and all that's happened is I've been drawn into the main character's story in the space of 16 pages, so touche, Julie Murphy, touche. I actually have, like, I don't know if I've said this before, like, earlier in the vlog, but I've got, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books here for reading. Well, technically this one's not for reading. This one I just arrived, but I also kind of want to reread it, and it's right there. Yeah. Anyway, I am gonna go because I'm running very late. Hello, it's Wednesday. And I've just finished watching the newest episode of Percy Jackson. 2 more episodes to go. The last one is on the 31st of January. And then, of course, I'm going to watch them all again. One right after the other. So yeah, just watch that. And yes, I'm going to talk about it for a few minutes. So if you don't want to hear about the TV show, you know, off you pop. Again, I'll put my hand in when I'm finished. We had our first wise girl. I'm loving this so much. It's really weird because, like, there are only 2 episodes left to go, and I'm like, I feel like you've got a lot of ground to cover in 2 episodes, but we shall see. They're doing not too bad. I'm still mad about Gladys, the poodle, but, you know, it's fine. But, I'm fairly sure there's inaccuracies. Obviously, there's probably inaccuracies, but, like, there's bits where I'm like, I'm a little bit mad we didn't get the 3D, like, architecture building thing. That would have been fun. And also, like, they didn't get... The Lotus Casino was quite disappointing compared to how it should be. I don't know. That's just me. But the people who are watching the series and haven't read the book are going to lose their minds when the Lightning Thief is revealed. Like, because right now, all I'm seeing is people dunking and, like, talking about Grover, thinking he's going to betray them, like he's the one that's going to betray them. And it's just, like, so funny. They're going to lose their minds when it all comes to a head. Anyway, done talking about that. So last night, while on backstage with Tori, Bobby and Siobhan, I managed to get out to page 118 of this. So I have 110 pages left to go. This book has taken forever, despite the fact that it's only 288 pages. I have 170 pages to go. I can't count. But yeah, it's so, like, dense and so... I don't know what it is, it's just so dense. You'll be reading for what feels like ages and you've only read, like, a couple of pages. And it's not in a bad way, it's just, you know, that kind of one that you can't just fly through. It's one of them. Anyway, I've not read anything else. I have well and truly scuppered myself for reading a book every 2 days. But that's fine. I will survive, I suppose. Yeah, in about an hour I need to go down and take my car to the garage because it has a tail light out and I need to get that fixed. So they said they would be able to fit me in at 4:30 today. So I will be going to do that. The weather here has been really crappy. Well, I say crappy. It snowed last night, but not too much. But then it froze, and it's still, like, we hit a high today of 0 degrees. A high of 0 degrees. Like, I know in some places that's, like, you know, but yeah, so it just froze. So it's been a slippy day. But yeah, I'm gonna go watch some YouTube videos while I wait to go down to the garage, and then I don't know what I'm doing tonight, so we shall see. So we have just had the fight of our lives with Hamish. I'll show you. Look at how handsome he is. He is freshly, oh my god, my arm's shaking. Freshly washed, I'll lean on that. Freshly washed and clippered. It is not the neatest of jobs, and he's still wet, so, like, his hair is a bit, like, everywhere. But yeah, it's not the neatest of jobs, but it's what we managed because he fought us tooth and nail, didn't you, Hamish? Hamish? Didn't you fight us tooth and nail to get that done? Didn't you? I'm going to feel that tomorrow. But for now, I have had some painkillers. I have myself a cup of tea. I'm going to watch some YouTube. Kay's showering because she went in the shower with him. So now she's cleaning herself. And I'm going to just... I need to do laundry, but I need to sit down and just like stop. I'm shaking, Kay's shaking. Not from like emotion. Just like the sheer like trying to wrestle with Hamish. We really need to get him booked back into a groomer. But he's been behaving so well, he's like letting Kay do his clipping and stuff. So we're like, why not? But he's just, after being at the vet so often for his claw, he just fights you now. So we need somebody who knows what they're doing or who can hoist him to do his feet. I did it. I might be exhausted. It might be past 11 o'clock at night, but I did it. I finished the book. Oh my god. It's so weird because this book took far longer than I thought it was going to read. It's 228 pages. I've been saying it's 288, but it's not. It's 228 pages. And by God, it was a slog, but not in like a bad way. Like, I know that sounds... Like, it was so... It like drew me in. Every like, he's such a good writer. Everything drew me in. Everything made me feel like I'd read a lot when I'd only read like a few pages. So it was a proper, like, you can tell the man's a proper storyteller. Like, he's a really good traditional style storyteller. Like, he tells you about this walk that like parts of this walk that he's doing and the stories in the area, and like mostly following the kayak, which I'm pretty sure I'm not saying properly, but that's roughly how I understand the pronunciation. Who is like the hag, an old woman. She started off as a deity, as the god who created Scotland, basically. The kayak created Scotland, and she was known as a goddess of hunters. I'm squeaking. I don't know why my nose is squeaking while I'm talking, or I'm like, something's squeaking. I can feel it and I can hear it. Sorry if you can hear it. But yeah, she was like the goddess of hunters after that. So like the deer and stuff were under her protection, and she would allow or not the hunters to hunt and kill these deer. And then later on she was sort of downgraded in some mythos to just a witch. And yeah, she's really woven into the fabric and the history of the Highlands. I really enjoyed that so much. I really, really did. There's so many places there that I've been, so many places that I've not been and I would like to go. And it was just, there was nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. It was great. It was fantastic. It just took me an age to read. But now I am on book 8 of the year. So we're doing good. It's only the 18th. I would need to read finish one more book today to get it up to the book every 2 days mark. I also read or listened to the entirety of the Honeymoon Crashers today. So the Honeymoon Crashers is like 1.5 of the Unhoneymooners. So like the couple from the Unhoneymooners, it's their wedding, but it's told from the perspective of the main character in that one, Olive, her sister Amy, whose wedding it is that they were at in the first one. And obviously, like, if you've read it, everything goes awry in that book, you know that. But yeah, basically the couple have been like, Olive and Ethan have been like, oh no, we're just going to elope, we're going to go to Maui and get married, and we're not going to have a big wedding, blah, 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 blah. And Olive's like, nah, don't trust it. So she colludes with the family to fly to Maui while they're away and surprise them with a wedding. Which, like, there were so many boundary issues in there. But it's fine. Turns out, like, that was the plan all along. The plan all along was to make them think that like to make them think that they didn't want to have a big wedding because they know the kind of people they are and that they would all come to Maui and have a wedding with them, which is just family dynamics, man. Family dynamics. But yeah, so it's about it really just follows Olive and Brody, who's the best man, planning this wedding. And it's funny because Brody, I think his name's Brody, I might be totally wrong. Brody is supposed to be like this blonde white guy, but is voiced by Harry Shum Jr. So all I could see was like Magnus Chase. So I was like, anytime it was like his blonde hair shone in the sun, I was like, blonde? Oh yeah, he's meant to be blonde. I'm kind of mad that this doesn't have like a little novella. In so many ways I'm mad that this doesn't have a novella, because it's an Audible only. Like, it's only on Audible, only available audibly. It has a full cast, like a lot of, like a good, like long list of full cast for something that's only like 5 hours long. And while I appreciate the full cast audio, like it was a good audio, it had sound effects, it had music, it had like clinking of glasses in the bar, and like there was things going on in the background. You could hear the difference when somebody was speaking on the phone and things like that. Like it was pretty cool. However, from an accessibility standpoint, in the first place, yeah, it's great to have it audibly, and that's great for people who are blind and want to read it, or people who are sighted and not deaf. But anybody who's deaf, that's a whole reading base that you've just completely, like, there's no transcript, there's no Kindle edition, there's nothing available for deaf readers to read this story, which is just, I think that's ridiculous. Like, surely somebody thought about that and went, maybe we should make it a little bit more accessible. But, you know, obviously not. And I have that feeling as well when it comes to Hamish, don't. You just open the kitchen door. And the tumble dryer's on. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I have that same feeling as well when it comes to audiobooks. Like, I think every book should have an audiobook that is accessible in some way for blind readers. Because people are just like, oh, but blind people can read Braille. No, take your Braille and bugger off. Braille is great. Braille is fantastic. Braille is not meant for 300, 400, 600,000 page books. Do you understand? You don't understand. You actually don't understand how big, like, for Braille to be usable, it needs to be a certain size. Like, it needs to be a certain size for your fingers to pick up the individual letters to then spell. And imagine, like, having to spell out every word for like, say you're reading something stupid like like one of the newer Cassie Clare books, or well, any of the Cassie Clare books really, or like a Sarah J. Maas or something. Like, try to do it by letter. Like, that would take ages, like much longer than it takes to read it. I would assume. But I don't know. Actually, I don't know how fast people can read with Braille, really, but I feel like it would be a bit more of a slog. And then, on top of that, so it's got to be big, which means that these books would be, like, you don't understand how big. Like, when I worked at ZZ, there's a Braille menu for ZZ. And so the ZZ menu is like A3 size, split into 3. Like, it folds over in 3. And you've got the cover page on the front, and then the other 5 have stuff on them, whether it be drinks, whether it be, like, I think usually one's like a promotional page as well. So, like, 4 pages worth, we'll say 5 just for argument's sake, of menu items. And you know roughly how many menu items tend to be on a menu, right? You get it. There's like some starters, some you understand. I'm assuming you've been to a restaurant. If not, like, I'm sorry, I don't know how to equate this. But the Braille menu for ZZ that cover those 5 pages is about an inch thick, just off an inch thick, to make it accessible to use Braille. 5 pages to almost an inch thick, maybe 3/4 of an inch. I don't know what an inch is. Whatever this is, roughly, like, this is how, about, like, a finger's width, maybe? Like, if you've got fairly thickish fingers. Like, it was, like, I think they're, like, 3/4 to an inch thick. That's a decent size. That's, like, I don't know what that is in centimetres. You know, it was not much thinner than this book. And it was also A4 size. Like, this thing was big. Like, this thing, in comparison, was big. So this is all just a hammer home. Can you imagine trying to read a 1,000 page, 600 page, even 300 page book in Braille? It would have to come in, like, several different volumes. It would be totally inaccessible to, like, just cart around. Like, I can just, like, this can get chucked in a bag. Let's just get chucked in a bag. That would be, like, there'd be so much. And even then, not every blind person can read Braille. I forgot where I started this tangent. But yeah, so, my point being, I think I've rerouted back round. I think all books should be available as audiobooks, because it's absolutely unattainable and ridiculous to assume all books can be made into Braille, because not all blind people read Braille, and Braille needs a lot more space than you would assume, and therefore does not, there's a word for it, but, like, it does not go with these sort of things. You can get books in Braille. Of course you can. I just don't think, as, like, a general accessibility thing, the easiest way, like, the path of least resistance, the easiest way to do it would be to do it audibly. Just saying. And so, yes, for having the Unhoneymooners, the Honeymoon Crashers, only available audibly, it's great for people who can hear. You know, yeah, that includes people who can see audibly. Great. But you then are anybody who's deaf. You're just like, nope. And, like, that could be a lot of people. Like, a lot of people, some people have, like, some hearing, no hearing. Like, you're just like, nope, you don't matter. Like, totally off the table for anybody who's deaf. Which, something is not accessible. And this isn't claiming to be accessible. Like, the audio version isn't claiming to be accessible. I think they just decided it would be a fun way to do it. But for me, something isn't accessible unless it's accessible for everybody to use. If any single person can rock up to something and use it, that is accessible. Regardless of ability, disability, blindness, deafness, mobility issues, anything. If it is accessible, if it's truly accessible, anybody can use it. I know there are some, like, disabilities where things like that might be a bit more challenging. Like, for example, if we're just talking about people who have, like, learning disabilities, because that you can't then explain. Anyway, but yeah, it's not accessible if everybody can't use it, frankly. And I just think that books should be accessible, which is the sort of all the things that should be available to everybody, books are one of those things. Like, if we lived in a perfect world, if we lived in my perfect world when it came to books, because there's other things I could go on about, if we lived in my perfect world for literature and books, every book would be available in every language, done audibly, in text, like, and every single book would be available from every single library. That's just, like, but that's never gonna happen. It's just totally a pipe dream. But yeah, yeah. Anyway, it's now, like, 20 to 12. I need to go to bed. And I'll try that again. I need to go to bed. I'm very tired. Hamish needs to go to bed. He is very tired. Although, that's probably a lie. He's not tired. He's been sleeping all day. You have been sleeping all day. Yeah, so I need to go to bed. Hamish would like to go to bed. I have work tomorrow. And, yeah, my little thought train has just fallen off the tracks. Oh gosh, I look awful. Because I look so tired, and then the shadow is not, the lighting's not out. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll speak to you later. Hello. It is Saturday. I'm going to out for a meal for Mum's birthday, and this is the fit. Got a belt on this time. Yeah, I like it. I just need to put my boots on and some makeup, and I'm ready. I've not vlogged in a while because I forgot, but it's fine. I've read nothing, so yeah. Speak to you later. Hello. I am getting really sick of my fringe right now. It is looking, I don't know, I don't know if you think so, but I think it looks like crap. It needs like fluffed up, but it won't fluff, it just keeps clumping. But yeah, I've just filmed my section for something. I was waiting to say it, but it's not been announced yet. I've just filmed something that you will see later on. And then popped onto Becca Sprints and realised that it was Sunday. And so this is the last day of the vlog. I don't think this vlog's going to be very long. I don't know how much footage I have, and I don't think I have that much footage. But I was away at my away to see my mum yesterday for her birthday, and we had a lovely meal, and it was really nice. It was really fun. It was really quite chill. We were in a little section on our own, so there wasn't loads of people around. It was nice and quiet for us to just sit and chat and stuff. It was great. And then, yeah, today we are going over to Kay's mum's to see her for Kay's birthday. Kay's birthday is tomorrow. Oh, look, I've got a loop. Kay's birthday is tomorrow, and she has invited people over tomorrow. And so she is seeing her family today. Well, I say she's seeing her family today. So her dad's away offshore. So he's, like, we've already done a birthday thing with him. She's seeing her mum today. Because Douglas, our brother, lives with us, and our other brother and his family are unfortunately unwell. It was also our little brother's birthday yesterday. Unfortunately, they are down with some kind of bug that none of us want, and so they are just gonna stay away. They're just gonna stay home because they, toting out kids when they're not feeling well either is just unfair and not very nice. But we also don't want to be ill. So yeah. The last time they were ill, they passed on. Or the last time I saw them, I didn't even see them. I ended up with COVID. I didn't even see them. I was too ill to go see them. But Kay brought it down back from the house nicely for me, kindly. Sharing is caring. So yeah, we're going to go see our mum. And have some lunch and have some cake and my fringes in my face. I've got my appointment next week with my hairdresser, so it's fine. I'll get sorted. It's getting to that stage where it's like long enough that it's quite annoying. But yeah, so that's what we're doing, and then I need to finish this vlog. I literally have not read anything in days, which is depressing. I was doing so well for the first week and a bit, for the first 10 days. I managed to read a book every other day, book every 2 days basically. And then I went to Wicked on Saturday, and my reading's gone to hell ever since. So yeah, if I want to catch up, I need to read 3 books, which is not going to happen. I'm not going to catch up, and it's fine. I don't really mind. I wasn't planning, I wasn't trying to do a streak of a book every 2 days. That's not what I was trying to do. But it's kind of annoying when you already have a streak going and you cannot lose it, especially since the book I'm reading is massive. The Cities of the Dead is 639 pages long. But it's fine. Anyway, I've got to go because we were meant to leave 10 minutes ago. So I'm going to go put my shoes on. I'm actually I'm dressed because I was filming, and I anticipated being here when I needed to leave. So I just need to actually shut my computer down and go downstairs. And yeah, I will speak to you later. Hello, I've just had some chocolate and I'm feeling sorry for myself. I have just filmed my February TBR, and then when I put my February TBR down, it fell over. Please ignore that. That needs to be hung back up. Yeah, it fell over because there's too many books. I can't fit them all in my little thing. But I have got to add this one as well. Fantastic. Yeah, February is a very busy month for reading. And I don't know if I'm gonna... I don't anticipate reading all the books. I just want a decent selection to choose from. So, yeah, we're going to see how many romance books I can read, basically, with a few added little bits. But it is Sunday evening. The weather is coming for us. And we've been to Kay's mum, had some lunch, came back. I don't remember if I said that or not. And yeah, now I've got to now edit my videos. I don't foresee me doing any, like, more reading. I want to do more reading, but it's already 6 o'clock and, oh god, this is really, my little armrest really low. It's already 6 o'clock and I don't think I'm going to manage to, like, finish a book or something. Like, it's not going to happen. So I'm going to sign off now. I don't think, again, I think I said this before, I don't think this vlog's going to be very long or very interesting, but hopefully next week is a lot more interesting in the sense of, like, I have more to say, not that I want something to happen, just putting that out in the universe, because it's already been far too uninteresting here in that way. But yeah, it's Kate's birthday tomorrow, so we'll be having some people over, and then on Tuesday I just stay in bed dead all day because all the socialising over the weekend is like a lot. Oh, I do get to see my girls next weekend. Unfortunately Tori's not going to be able to come down, but I should be seeing Pia and Vicky and Bobby, and we'll be going to IKEA. Maybe see if I can persuade Kay to come along as well, because she does love an IKEA trip and she missed the last one. And yeah, anyway, I will speak to you later. See you in next week's vlog, and if you want to let me know that you are here but you don't want to leave a comment and you want to just leave an emoji, please leave me some sort of animal emoji. I've just seen all of my animal things in the back. Leave me some sort of animal emoji in the comments and I will see you in my next video. Bye.